On your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Advanced settings. Entering advanced settings screen. Offensive playbook option is set to no S-Payton. Advanced edit unit. Cara Rivera selected. Advanced settings. Edit. Ready.
Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he'll take this across the 25.
Entering pause screen. Resume. Instant. Resume. Depth chart. Entering depth chart screen. 1 row 50. AHB selected. FB selected. WR selected. Entering coach. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
Extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Check out! 180! Coming this way. Here we go. Check. Crunch. Under crunch.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You better bring it. Check safety.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
11B. Max 50. Come on, D. Kill. Come on. Hey, turn it up.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Hardy Nickerson there to make the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check out! Blue 90! Check back 50! Bring it! Mexico, Mexico! Bang, 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 bang! Bang, bang! Shoot! X3! 218, chopper! Sponge! 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 No, no, no!
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Check out! Wide! 622! Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Monday. 12. 3 down. Hey, check. Hey. High 7. Check pass.
From the 50, it's long. Steps away to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 50.
Now Luck. Flush to his right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Baby, that's a baby shot. Hey, 50 to Mike. Watch the screen.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
Entering. Cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Monday, down. 185. Later one. Back. Express. Go. Alert 3.
On 1st down, Carr. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10.
Check, go.
Now it's Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Hey, Zoo. Hey, here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Right there, 54.
3rd and long, it's Long. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Entering coaching screen depth chart. Entering depth chart screen 1 row 5. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
At the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
We go to work. We go to work.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Check. Check 9. Show him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Down. 180. Who's right, T? Watch the run. Switch. Tighten up. Express. Be ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Conner. Chris Jones on the stop.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. Well, how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Low. You got tape. Right there. Slam. Put that down. He's coming.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he finds McDonald. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's Connor looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Check, 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 check. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check. Alert, alert.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. 11Z. Hey, exit. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
From the gun, here's Love. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check out.
2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. D. Ford. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
You're mine. Safety's creeping. Shit, shit. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now Carr. And for the third time here in this half. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Now Carr. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Monday, down. 185. I'm going to run you over.
They'll run on first down. Branch. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Carr, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Go. Go. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. You're trapped. Mike, 54. Hey, wahoo.
Now Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay popped.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Reynolds, 51 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
12.
From the 29, Luck. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Come get some. Here. 40. Easy. Alert. Let's go. Motion.
This time they stay on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check out. Right, 40. Watch the run. Check. Hey, switch gear. On. Check.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
The 42-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Mike's 5-4. Let's go one more. Hey, check. Hey, check.
Luck now to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. Third down here.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 54. 11. I got you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Mike's 5-4.
A shotgun snap for Love. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That throw into the arms of Allen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Check three. Lie down.
Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
We got this.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Kill. Check out.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Let's go.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr, he'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Indy. And even 50 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
On 1st down, Branch. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Branch. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Whoa. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check 3. 11. Check. Watch 54. Okay, double up.
Now Doug Marrone with a play clock almost out says, let's take a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Switch up. Banjo. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. You run.
Out of the gun. Love. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the third quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Carr. They'll find Reynolds over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's counter. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devin White able to put it into that play, and in so doing, puts it into this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Carr. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
In your face.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Motion, motion, motion. Mike 54. Mike 54. 11B.
You ain't doing nothing today.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check this. Move. 54. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And able to find Conley. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts 22.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Right there. 55. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the pass. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Strong right. Let's go. Check.
Throwing on 3rd down. Locke. Caught left side by Cobb. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Hey, echo. Let him know. Right there, 54, right there. 54 Mike. I'm here all day. Mike's 54. Hey, check.
Back to throw. Locke. That's complete. Right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Let's go, Mexico! Mike's 5'4". Blue jaw Corkers. QB's trash. Let's go. Reggie. Watch twitch.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's something got to do.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Jags grab it. And some room to run now. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They've gone to the fourth quarter now in Dallas, and the Cowboys have added on to their lead. A win would be their second on the young season.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Carr going to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. There he goes left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead.